Hello everyone, this video will cover Module 10. Module 10 is our second poetry assignment, so you're going to be writing your second poem for this one. As you can see, the module covers sound and rhythm. So we're moving on. In the textbook, there will be some new readings for you and some new information about just how poems sound and what happens when you read a poem out loud. So that, we can enjoy poetry is a little bit more challenging because it really is a genre that is meant to be read out loud as well as to be read. So you want to be considering how it looks on the page, but also how it sounds when you say it out loud. So that makes it a little bit more challenging to write. And so those chapters kind of cover that. And then you got two assignments to do in this module. The first is a discussion board. And what you're going to do is choose your two favorite songs and post them separately. So to post your song, you want to make sure that you hit the reply button and then, include the artist and title. So one of my favorites is Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. I can't spell it either. And then, so I'm going to tell you, artist and song, and then I want to include some lyrics. Now, if I just Google lyrics, it obviously brings up, this Google version, but I can also go to a website, which is probably better, and just include the lyrics themselves. And so I'm going to copy. It really doesn't matter what website you use. I'm sure there are some that are better than others, but in this case, as long as we get a general idea of what the lyrics look like, then we should be okay. And then the last thing you want to do is put in the YouTube video. So if there is a YouTube video, otherwise you can do like a live recording. Now, this is Bohemian Rhapsody is actually one of the very first music videos ever created. So that's cool, but the music video itself doesn't have much content to it, unfortunately. So I could use, one of their live recordings, which is fine. But there are a couple ways to do that. I can copy and paste the URL, and if I do that, then and I hit space after, it'll pull up a little YouTube box. And I can also go in and share and copy the embed code. That's kind of the other way to do it, which makes it look nicer. I think makes it look nicer, but you may not care. So anyway, that's a couple of ways that you can do that. So once you've done that, you can then hit reply, and your post will be on there, and then your fellow students. So this is what it looks like, this versus the box here. And either way, students can watch it or listen to it and view the lyrics. So once you've done that, it shouldn't take you too long, just two of your favorite songs, preferably songs that other people haven't posted on there, because we don't want a lot of crossover. So the next thing you're going to do is go through your peers' posts and choose two to respond to, and you're going to analyze the songwriter's use of poetic technique. So thinking about things that we've discussed so far, rhyme schemes, meter. Rhyme schemes are pretty easy to notice, but you don't often hear them. I think that's interesting, is how much rhyming is in a song that you don't actually hear because of the way the line breaks. Anyway, so you can look at that. You can look for the rhyming words. You can look for use of alliteration or assonance, use of like repetitive words, or different lines that start with the same word or end with the same word or something like that. Be techniques to look at, and then kind of discuss like why the songwriter might have made those choices. So that basically an analysis of sound and rhythm. So that's what you're going to be doing for your responses. Your poem for this module then is going to be to practice using sound. And so we want a poem. You're going to write a poem from either a first person or a third person point of view. And the main thing to remember is it needs to have some kind of musicality to it or rhythm. So we're really focusing on how does it sound when you say it out loud. You can do a poem that rhymes if you want to, or not. You can use kind of a form if you want or not. The main thing though is that how does it sound when you read it out loud? So, try to be a little bit more creative with the words that you use. Maybe use some polysyllabic words so that they sound really cool when you say them out loud, or put two words together, or a couple of words together so that you make like a really harsh sound, a really smooth sound. So that's what we're really looking for. 10 lines minimum. It can be either free verse or with an actual rhyme scheme, as long as it's consistent. You can divide it into stanzas or not, as long as it's consistent. And then that sound and rhythm is the important part of it. Obviously, the topic should be chosen to emphasize the sounds of the poem. So you may just think about things that you can hear, and what are some sounds that you find pleasing or sounds that you don't, and how can you create that within a poem. And then make sure that you type it up, and then it's all formatted so that we're not all scrunching the words all together, and then give it a title, put your name on it, all of that. And so then you will submit your poem on the next page. So that's the main assignment for this one, is to write that sound poem, and then obviously doing that discussion board so that we can practice the use of sound and rhythm. So if you are watching this video all the way to the end, I really appreciate it, because sometimes students they don't bother watching these videos, but they do take me a little while to make each week. And so I appreciate when students are willing to put in that effort to be better in the class. So if you are watching this video, send me an email. I will add you some extra credit to your module. And if you have any questions, send me an email, and I hope you have a great week.